Hey everyone, thank you again for joining us on our 21-day fast. Last week we focused on wisdom. This week we are focusing on stature. And that's taken from Luke 2 verse 52, where it talks about Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with both God and man. As I looked into that word stature, I was like, what does that word actually mean? It could have two meanings, so I dug into it to figure it out. And it says stature can refer to a person's build. So it can be physical, how tall they are and how strong they are. But then it says, or the high level of respect with which he or she is regarded. And when I thought of that, I thought about David, right? He was the youngest out of all of his brothers. And when they were choosing the king, they overlooked him because of his stature at the time. But he became king and he grew in his stature. So not only did he get taller and stronger, because remember, he was young at the time, so he had to have grown in stature, but his reputation and his how people regarded him changed because now he was king and he was favored by God. And I'm thinking of, when I think of stature also, I'm thinking of how we are trained and being trained, how we train our children in sports and in music and in the arts. And I think of that word stature. But God gave us our bodies to thrive. But it's not just to thrive for ourselves. Our bodies are not just for ourselves. And we read it here. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 31, it says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all to the glory of God. So it's not just for me. I'm not doing things and I'm not growing in stature just for me. It's for the glory of God, but not just for God either. Are we growing for other people? Are we helping other people? Are we developing other people? Are we on mission with other people? Are we being useful to others? And I found that in 2 Timothy chapter 4 verses 11, it says, Luke alone is with me. Get Mark and bring him with you, for he is very useful to me for ministry. So I'm thinking, as we're growing in stature, not only physical stature, but in our reputation for God, are we being useful to others? Are we helping out others? I'm thinking of how he's saying, hey, go on, get Mark, because he is useful to me for ministry. Are we on mission together with others? The mission that God has given us, whatever that may be. Are we on mission, not just for ourselves, but are we using our stature, our bodies, our physical and our mental, our wisdom that we receive? Are we using it for the mission of God? So as you go throughout this week, as you finish off the second week of our 21-day fast, are you physically feeding yourself things that will help your stature? And then are you spiritually feeding yourself things that will help your stature, so it will all be for the glory of God, but not just for the glory of God, for use for others? And so that's just my main thing I want you to take up from today. Are you growing in stature, not just physical, but in spiritual stature, in our reputation for God? So as you go throughout this 21-day fast, I'm just praying that you are growing in stature as well, not just physical, but spiritual stature. I hope you have an amazing day. God bless.